Please welcome on stage our next speaker, Priya Sinker, a senior Android developer with 7+ years of experience in mobile app development. She is in love with Kotlin and is passionate about building Android apps. She believes in neat code and clean architecture. Today, she will dive us deep into the new Google Play billing library version 5.0. Please welcome her on stage.
Hi everyone, good morning. So I am Priya. I'll be speaking about the new play billing library that's been introduced back in May 2022. A quick introduction about myself. I am a senior Android developer. I am building Android apps since the last 7+ years. I have been a technical blogger since a long time, and I'm a WTM Women Who Code GDG Baroda member. Above all this, I am a mother of a 3-year-old. A good guy, he's a good guy, so people tell me, but I'm a mother, I tend to get irritated. Okay. So a quick go through of the agenda that I'll be speaking about. What are subscriptions in Android? How many of you are mobile developers here? A good number, good. How many of you are native Android developers? Okay, that's good, good. How many of you are Flutter developers but have used in-app billing purchases from Google? Okay, good. So I'll be talking about the new model that was introduced for the in-app subscriptions. I'll be talking about how you are going to migrate your native APIs to the new version. And then I'll be going in depth about how you can build common use cases with the new model in your application so that you can monetize your apps better. Okay, so first of all, what are subscriptions in Android? Can anyone help me with this? What are subscriptions in Android? In-app subscriptions, yes.
It gives you the ad-free content.
Yeah, right. Anyone else? Yes.
For example, LinkedIn. So it gives you some special features what others can't use, like you can know who viewed your profile, and you can directly go in email, means if you don't connect, you can directly message to them, etc. So that's the subscription model.
Yes. How many of you are Amazon Prime members here? See, a lot of people. Okay, so how many of you use Netflix but only watch Friends on it? Right? You get me, right? So this is how subscriptions are important in Android. So subscriptions are basically premium features that you give your users, you offer your app users. It could be a cloud space, it could be an item that you purchase in a game, it could be a premium metrics calculated graph stuff that you provide to your users. So subscriptions are that. You can have multiple subscriptions in your app. This is a very basic example of subscriptions. How many of you know this screen by heart? Yeah, you get me, right? Okay. So this is a very basic example of how a monthly and yearly subscriptions are presented to the user. They offer you a 7-day of free trial, and then you can start using the app's premium features later on. This is another very good example. Spotify users, how many, right? Right? इसमें से किन्नों ने premium लिया हुआ है? Right? You get me, right? Okay, so there is a mini plan, there is an individual plan, there is a duo plan, there is a plan for the entire family, there is a special plan for students, you know, who cannot afford it, बाप का पैसा है, थोड़ा धीरे से use करना है, something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, you get me. So this is what I'm going to talk about, how you are going to analyze what offers your users need for your app, how you are going to plan giving out those offers to your users, and how you are going to model them correctly so that you know you can get maximum monetization benefits out of it. So I'm talking the new subscription model. What is it? Before version 5.0, we had an array of subscriptions. The subscriptions were basically had their own individual entities. So there was a premium subscription for an yearly plan. There was a premium subscription for monthly plan. Then again, there was a yearly subscription for the basic plan, monthly subscription for the monthly yearly plan, and then there was this in-app purchases, one-time purchases, and there was an array of subscriptions, and it was a very good headache for us. And after some time, our constant file would just run out of lines, and it would be a very big array of SKUs, and you won't be able to manage it. So Google has now come up with new model which allows you to structure your subscriptions in a way that it is easy for you to understand, easy for you to roll out, easy for you to pause the subscriptions, cancel the subscriptions, and migrate the subscription from one plan to another. So the subscriptions are now divided into base plans. Each base plans can have their own offers. Those offers could be introductory prices, or those could be introductory discounts. It could be free trials, and so on. So you can now roll out your subscriptions whenever, however you wish, and you can add as many offers as you like on the go, so that when you know that, okay, my app is not being monetized right now, so I can just go and add an offer that is beneficial to the users as well, so that the users would interact more with my application and come back to my application again. How the transformation works. So this is an example of how we used to have applications before version 5.0. We had a free trial monthly plan, and then we had a free trial along with the yearly plan. So now we have one single subscription plan for the premium version, and then we have a monthly base plan and yearly base plan divided into two. The subscription is now divided into two base plans. And then each one of them have their own individual free trials. So this is how the subscriptions are divided into base plans, and each base plan can have a new free trial offer. What is a base plan? So base plan holds the basic information about your subscription. What is the billing period of the subscription? What is the base price for that subscription? And then how the subscription is going to be available throughout different countries, different regions. So actual price is the base price which starts with which the user starts using your subscriptions. So that is the actual price. Billing cycles are mainly monthly and yearly. So you can have either a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription. And then you have renewable types. Renewable types could be auto-renewing, that is, you have subscriptions renewable every month or every year. And then you have prepaid plans. Prepaid plans are pay as you go. So you pay once for say 1 month or 1 year, and then that's it. After 1 year, after 1 month, you need to resubscribe to it. But with auto-renewing, it goes on auto-renewing, and then this auto-debit feature comes in. Tags we'll talk about later when I get to offers. Regional availability is something which is introduced in this new version. It means that you can have different prices for different countries. You can also choose which countries your subscriptions are available to, or which subscriptions, countries your offers are not available to. So for example, you want to boycott China and you don't want China to use your application, so you can cut that off from the regional availability list. Offer is a special discount that your users get from your base plans. So you can have offers that offer free trials or 20% discount, or 100 rupees off or something like that. Offer eligibility is again something which is newly introduced in this model. Offer eligibility means that you can either target new customers, you can target the customers that want to upgrade within your app, and then you can determine certain offers by your own. Like it would be in your hands where you decide which offer goes to which user. So new customer acquisition is mainly for the new customers that have never subscribed to your app or never subscribed to a particular subscription. Upgrades come for the users that want to upgrade from, let's say, monthly plan to the yearly plan. And developer determined could be anything. It could be a second chance offer, or it could be a friends and family offer that you need to give to only a certain array of users, not the entire user base. Offer phases again will come in detail. Offer tags are very special identity holders in your subscriptions, which help you as developers understand which offers are eligible to the particular user that is using your app. Offer tags are very unique in their own way. You can have as many as 22 offer tags associated with one offer tag. Offer tags are returned only to the eligible user. So for example, I am the app of your user and I visit your application. I get the free trial offer. I exhaust that free trial offer. And then again I again come back to your application, but I want to use the free trial in some way, but there is no loophole because the offer tag that is associated with the free trial offer is not returned back to me. So this is how you can prevent your users from having the offers again and again, availing the offers again and again. So this is a very unique identity that holds for your base plan as well as your offers. This is an example of an offer which is used to target new customers. You can have your users subscribe to your free trial offer if they have never subscribed to your application, or you can have your users subscribe to a different, completely different subscription offer that your users have never used. So you can either have only one-time offers for that user, or you can have different offers to different users, where your users can have free trial for your different versions of your applications. So let's say basic version के लिए एक free trial हो गया, premium version के लिए एक free trial हो गया. It's completely up to you. Offer tag is again what I mentioned, a unique identity for your this particular offer. These offer tags are returned with the basic base plan tags, so that it is very easy for you to know what kind of offer you are going to give out to the user that is logged into your application. Offer phases are again come under each offer. Offer phases are basically the prices that are rolled out to your user step by step. So if you want to have a free trial, but your application is so complex that you know that in 7 days free trial, your user cannot explore your application entirely. So you need your user to again explore your application for again 5 days more, so that your users can get a complete gist of what your app is doing and what your app has to offer. So you can have an introductory price of, let's say, 20% discount, so that your users can still use your application at a much lesser amount, so that they can get a complete hold of your app. Phase types are again define how you are going to roll out the prices to your users. So for example, there is a single payment where your user rolls out the payment only once. So your user pays once for 1 month, and then that's it. They exhaust the pricing. Then they have a discounted recurring payment, means that they have a discounted rate for 1 billing cycle, 2 billing cycle. If your billing cycle is renewable every month, then your user can either avail the special price for 1 month, 2 months. It is up to you how you decide. Price override is how you define the price is going to be less than your base plan. So if your base plan is, let's say, 1,000 rupees, then you have either a fixed rate like 100 rupees off, or you have a percentage wise that 20% off, or you can have an absolute price like 1,000 minus 100, so 900 rupees for your base plan. This is how a offer phase looks like in Play Console. You have a discounted recurring payment that recurs every 2 billing period. So for 2 billing periods, for 2 months, you are going to offer this particular price to your special price to your users. So migrating to version 5.0, how the APIs looked like before 5.0 and how the APIs now look like after 5.0. First things first, you need to upgrade to version 5.1.0, that is the newest version of the billing library. Uh, let's say your user is using your app for the first time and you want to show the list of all the subscriptions that are available to that user. How do you do that? So you do that by fetching all the products that you have to offer, all the subscriptions that you have to offer to the users. Now, this is the conventional way of doing things, where you pass the list of SKUs, product identity IDs that you have stored in your app, you have placed in your Google Play library, and then you call an async task. But with the new version, you set the product ID, you set the product type, whether it is an in-app purchase or subscriptions. We're talking about subscriptions here. So you get a list of product lists. Those product details also give you a new introduced class, which is subscription offer details. Subscription offer details holds the details of the offers that a user is eligible for, your current user is eligible for. This is a async call, but Kotlin extensions are also available for this. So you can have, instead of having the async call, you can have suspend calls to the API, and then you can store the result in a variable and you use it as your leisure. This is how the subscription offer details look like. It gives you a base plan ID, it gives you an offer ID. Offer tags are again the unique identity of tags which you associate, which you identify your offers with. Offer tokens are special tokens that you save in your application in, let's say, a data store or on your own server, and you use these offer tokens to let your users buy in-app subscriptions in your application or either upgrade from one plan to another. So these offer tokens come in handy when you are actually subscribing your user to your application. Pricing phases are again something like this. They have the basic data of how your pricing that is available to your user. So it has the billing cycle count, how many billing cycles your price, this special price is going to be used by the user, the billing period, whether it was monthly or whether it was yearly. A formatted price comes with the currency symbol as well as the currency, as well as the price of the offer. Code, pricing code again is recurring mode code again is something which is useful later on. Okay, so you have now given out a list of subscriptions in your users, and now your user is ready to subscribe to your application. So when they use a particular subscription or offer in your application, next you need to start the billing flow for your user. So at that time, it was queue details launch billing flow before version 5.0. Now it has changed to, you have to give out the offer token which we saw earlier to identify the offer that your user is going to use for this particular subscription. And then you have the product details that we got again from the previous APIs, and then you launch the billing flow. Again, Kotlin extensions are available for the same. Now your user has subscribed to one particular item in your app, and now you want to identify what purchases the user has done in your application. So to launch that flow, you need to take care, you need to direct your users to what they have subscribed to. Agar basic liya hai, to you cannot show premium features to that, or you need to show a lock symbol with the subscriptions that are still locked for the users. So this comes in handy. This gives you a list of purchases that your user has already done. Earlier it was a simple call like this, but now you have to give the product type as well, and then it gives you a list of purchases, list of purchase offers that the user have subscribe to your application, so that you can cater your user experience accordingly. So anyone have still migrated to version 5.0? Okay, anyone using in-app subscriptions with the version 4.0? None of you, okay. So like me, there would be many people who would still be not willing to migrate to the new model because it is very complex and it will take a lot of resources. So what if you are not ready for that? Google has also made provision for that. We'll be talking about it next. Please just give me a minute. Okay. So if you're not ready to migrate to the new version, Google has given a provision of having backward compatibility, but it offers the subscriptions that are already available with the version 4.0 in your already apps that are in production. So this is a very basic screenshot of what I used to have when I was using the 4.0 version. I had a monthly plan with a free trial of 7 days. So now the APIs has been converted to base plans and offers on the Play console by itself. They are backward compatible. That means they would be available to you with the new, old APIs, that is version 4.0. You can still use them with the SKUs list and you can still run your application as is. But after mid of 2024, you will need to change to the new version of 5.0. But this is a basic thing. If you have multiple offers associated with your subscriptions before for 5.0, then there would be another item right next to free trial, and you can wish to either give the free trial a backward compatible pack, or you can have the another trial and you can choose that trial to be your backward compatible offer. It depends on us. The discretion is with us and we can do as many changes here as possible. You can also inactivate the subscriptions that would not be available to your users, but this is how they use it. They take up the first offer and then they make it backward compatible so that your application will run as smoothly with the new version. Okay, so now I'm going to deep dive into a very common example with common use cases that we all run into, that we all give out to our users. A very common example. I have a basic subscription, and then underneath it I have a monthly plan, I have a yearly plan, and I want to give a pay-as-you-go offer, prepaid offer that my users can have for only 1 month. So for my monthly plan is 100 rupees per month, my yearly plan is 250 rupees per month, and my prepaid plan is 120 rupees per month. Now I want to give offers to the users so that they can get maximum benefits from my application. So how do I do that? I offer them a free trial of 7 days for monthly users, and I offer them a 7 days of trial again to the new users that directly subscribe to my yearly plan. Now I have an offer. What if my user uses my application for 1 month via the prepaid plan, and they wish to now subscribe to itna acha tha mera application that they now wish to move on to the monthly basis so that they don't have to pay again and again every month. So now they want auto-renewing subscriptions on a monthly basis. That needs me to include a upgrade to my upgrade offer, which comes under the monthly plan. So my users can upgrade from the prepaid plan to the monthly plan with a 20% discount. So upgrade karana hai user ko, so we need to do something to motivate them. We need to ask the user to upgrade to a feature, and since they are upgrading to a new feature, we are thanking them by giving them a 20% discount. Similarly, with the yearly plan, if your user is using a monthly plan and they want to convert it to a yearly plan, that is a big win for us, right? कि अभी 11 महीने तो देखने का ही नहीं है, ये तो आने ही वाला है. So we again need to thank them, or we again need them to upgrade where there is a chance for them to avail the upgradation of yearly plan with a much less price. So again we are offering a 20% discount to the upgrades from monthly to the yearly plan. And then what if there are some users in my app which don't really use my application after a certain time? There is a analytics team for your application, specially analyzing which users have installed your application, which users have uninstalled your application, which users have subscribed to our application, which users are just pausing their subscription and never unpausing it, or which users have completely gotten rid of your subscriptions. So you want to target those users as well. ऐसा नहीं है कि ऐप स्टोर पे डाल दिया and that is it. We need to analyze our users such that we need to win them back. And for such cases also, we have provision of providing offers to such users, a second chance offer to the users, where they would be able to come back to the application at a much lesser price than they used to pay earlier. So again, a win-win situation for both. So again, we can have a second chance offer, and that offer will avail the users that have paused their applications to again unpause the applications with a much less price. Pricing phases, again, as talked about, it could be a free trial, it could be an introductory price. Like I said, if your application is very vast and you need your users to explore it for some more time, then you can again have an introductory price after your free trial is exhausted. And after that introductory price has also been exhausted, then your user gets a complete grasp of what your application is, gets used to your application, get addicted to your application, and then you are sure that, okay, after exhausting all these pricing phases, your users are now ready to use your app at the base price that was associated with the base plans, and then they can avail your application now onwards. So this is a very basic example of how the subscriptions work, how you can model, how you can structure offers and base plans in your already existing application as well as in your new application. This is a reference link to a blog that I have written on the same. You can explore more by going here. The official documents are pretty cryptic, and I found them a bit less in terms of how you actually structure your application. So I have gone in depth into examples and use cases of how you can actually structure with the new model. In summary, we went through the subscriptions in applications. We went through how you can subscribe, how you can structure your new applications, what are base plans, what are offers, what are pricing phases, how you migrate from the SKUs to the new model, and a very basic example. And that's it. These are my contact information, and I'll be hanging around if you have any questions. We still have time if you have any questions regarding the library. Anyone? Okay. Thanks. I'll be hanging around if you need me.